The top 3 high value property strategies for landlords in 2025. Are you ready to stop following the crowds and find out how to access the newest opportunities on the block? Property is still the top asset class for long-term investment. Don't be put off by consecutive governments seeming to punish us buy-to-let investors. We can still make massive money from property. Governments will always legislate. The property investor's job, that's you, the landlord, me, the landlord, you, the developer, me, the developer. Our job is to continue to navigate the rules that government put in place and make profit. Below, I will share how you can profit in 2025. The reality is that the average rental prices in this market are still growing, and demand for rental properties is at an all-time high. According to Home Track Rental Market Report in November 2024, the average UK rental cost has risen by 3,240 since 2021. That's a lot of money. It's a 27% increase, and earnings growth has only grown by 19% in the same period. That is supply and demand. There is not enough supply and there is huge demand. Rental prices will rise by 4% in 2025. Inflation is currently at 2.6%, so rent rises are outstripping the pace of inflation. There has never been a better time for you to become or continue being a buy-to-let landlord. Do not let the rubbish around legislation put you off. Education and understanding legislation and compliance is key to your success. Property growth is set to continue, with house prices set to rise. Lower interest rates on mortgages will allow house prices to start growing again even more in 2025. According to Home Track again, the average house price into December 2024 is £267,200. In 1994, the average house price was £52,663. So that's 407% growth in 30 years. Property grows. So how can you accelerate your growth from your property in 2025? There are 3 top strategies for 2025 where you can really get ahead of your competitors. All of the following strategies give multiple units of cash flow by buying one property. So the key in 2025 is to buy one and create many rental incomes. So the first one I'm going to talk about is purchasing multi-unit freehold blocks. This in the industry is what we call a low-hanging fruit, or make hay while the sun shines. There are over 350,000 unsplit blocks of apartments owned by private landlords or private companies in 2024. Hardly any of these, in fact only 0.6%, will ever reach the open market. You need to target vendors directly, and this is a huge opportunity in 2025. Earlier this year, in 2024, Shawbrook said that there have been a 14% in investors looking for these type of blocks. They're called MUFBs, multi-unit freehold blocks, brackets MUFBs. The beauty of this strategy is you can acquire small blocks, 2 to 5 units, or larger blocks, 10 plus units, and still make fantastic rental incomes. Then we've got commercial to residential conversions. There is a huge opportunity to convert commercial properties into residential apartments. Often this can be done without the cost of a full planning application, and it's essential though that you really understand exactly how to maximise valuations and minimise costs when you do this. And number 3, and it applies to both of the above, is title splitting multi-unit blocks upon purchase. Yes, that is right. Title splitting multi-unit blocks upon purchase. This little known block hack really adds value for the buy-to-let landlord. The reason is that by purchasing a property and splitting it on purchase, you can massively increase the profit on your multi-unit freehold block, brackets MUFB, by 25 to 35%. Why? Because the individual saleable properties are worth more than the whole. The value uplift can then be used to pull more equity out of your project at the refinance stage. In addition, you now have multiple streams of income from one property purchase. So one building, 4 incomes, 4 flats. You could potentially also have income per room. You also will gain access to single buy-to-let mortgages, which will give you interest rate cost savings of 2 to 3% per annum on your mortgage. I mean, and on a £500,000 mortgage, this is £60,000 of savings, okay, over a 5-year period. Landlords and property investors are starting to make huge equity by following these strategies. Why are you missing out? Why are you not doing this? We help investors to find the perfect deals for title splitting. So please follow the link in the comments to access our free webinar immediately on how you can get started to access massive capital and cash flow in 2025. Like and subscribe, follow the link in the chat, and look to see how you can make massive capital and cash flow in 2025 from splitting blocks.